How can a movie be so bad? So Kidnap is a new film about a mother played by Halle Berry who loves her son very much, and one day after taking him to the fair, she loses him and he gets kidnapped because Halle Berry apparently is the most irresponsible mother in the world. And now she's on a chase to find the kidnappers and bring them to justice. And I wasn't kidding when I said she's extremely irresponsible, because right before her son gets kidnapped, they're in an entire group of people and she needs to make a phone call. Only thing is, when she takes this phone call, her back's turned to her son the entire time. Also, can I raise a red flag for child endangerment? Cause oh my gosh! So many times in this movie, Halle Berry is chasing down the kidnappers, knowing full well that her son is still in their car, and she tries to cause a road accident. Here's the thing though, her irresponsibility in the film is the least of this film's problems. You can tell right from the beginning that this film wants to set up to be this very epic, Taken-esque type adventure. The only problem with that is, unlike Liam Neeson in Taken, who represented just a really relatable, down-to-earth guy who cared a lot for his daughter, Halle Berry in Kidnap, she's just not likable. I mean, the first couple of scenes in the movie, she works as a waitress at this diner, and she's insulting customers left and right. I have known people who have worked inside of customer service, myself included, and if I said some of the things that Halle Berry said at the top of this movie, I would have been fired. And lest I forget, between her and the kidnappers, Halle Berry causes the most damage, the most road rage, and the most loss of life in this movie. A lot of cars are probably wrecked on the highway, and a lot of people are probably also dead, but we're not supposed to care because Halle Berry's son is still kidnapped. Oh yeah, and the kidnappers have no reason for kidnapping this kid whatsoever. At one point, it actually looked like there was going to be a reason for why the kidnappers took the kid, but that idea was thrown out the window within the next scene. At least in Taken, the intent of the antagonist was to sell Liam Neeson's daughter into sexual slavery. An antagonist or villain in a story without any kind of intent or purpose is just boring, and the villains inside of Kidnap, they were boring and overacted. But then again, that is every single person inside of this movie. At one point, I wouldn't have been surprised if Nicolas Cage had jumped up. I'm not even joking. And the story and editing is kind of useless, so I guess we should talk about that. Honestly, I have not seen a film this lazy or unoriginal in a little while. I already mentioned Taken. There can also be some talk about Speed in here. 80% of this movie takes place inside of a van, but unlike Speed, nothing happens in this movie. Just Halle Berry chasing down kidnappers and editing that is so choppy, it makes certain parts of Transformers: The Last Knight look good. You know, I didn't know what I was going to think of this movie, but I wasn't expecting it to be this atrocious. I needed to get this review out to you guys, because in all honesty, I'm gonna forget the movie by tomorrow. Kidnap is lazy, it's choppy, it's overall just poorly executed, and what that means, guys, is that Kidnap, stay in your shorts. But as always, it is what you guys say that matters, so have you already seen Kidnap, and what did you think of it? More importantly, what has been the biggest disappointment of summer so far? Leave a comment down below telling me your thoughts, and if you like what you've seen here, and you want to see more, click right there and subscribe and become part of the fray of nerds who love cinema. You all have a fantastic day.